It's that time of year. It's time to take a look at the new Powersheets for 2022. Hi everybody. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the 10-year anniversary Cultivate What Matters Powersheets. I've been using this goal setting planner for a number of years now, and I'm an affiliate with them, so I was able to order the new ones early so I could put a video out and give you an idea of what they look like so you can decide if you want to order them or not, because my philosophy is let me spend the money first before you spend your money in an attempt to help you make better spending decisions. That sounds like it's like an official motto of my channel. Maybe it should be. I don't know. Anyway, so I actually have the new Powersheets plus some of the accessories. We will take a look at the accessories towards the end of the video in case you're not interested in those. And well, this is not going to be a formal comparison video. There will be some comparing of this to the current year's Powersheets, especially for point of reference for those of you who have them already. There are 6 different covers this year. One of them is neutral, and of course that is the one that I got. So from what I understand, and I don't know for sure, but from what I understand, the guts of this planner is slightly different. Like the stuff is all the same, but like the colors are a little less in your face. Most of the time their colors are very, very bright, and this is going to be a little less. I don't know if this is the same box for all of them or not. I would imagine not, considering how this is very like similar looking to the inside of the planner, but I'm pretty sure they all come with a commemorative box for celebrating 10 years. And it's really pretty. It's got foil and so on and so forth. But even though it's pretty, I keep these boxes for like keepsakes and shit. But like, I swear to God, dude, I wind up collecting so many of them from so many different planner people. So I ordered the natural linen cover, which is their neutral option. It's definitely less colorful than the rest. It's still the same wire O binding coil. Texture-wise and design-wise, the cover is exactly the same as the 2021. I got the pink linen cover then, and so if you have one of the linen covers from this last year, same feel, same brackets, same foiling, same everything, and which is fine. I actually love the outside design of this, and I really love this neutral situation. Okay, so opening it up, this I know is different in the non-linen planner. There's like flowers or something on the inside here. I don't know for sure. You'd think I'd have looked, but I was really just interested in this one. They brought the Word of the Year card back, which was something that they did not have this last year. And I love this little card for putting your word on, unless you have a really long word. Best year starts here, and it has you open your Powersheets, doing goal school, completing your prep work, completing your goal setting pages, choose a wildcard page, fill out your first tending list. It's basically like a checklist on what to do. I will say I did goal school last year, and it was pretty fucking basic on going through this. I actually prefer the podcast version of going through the Powersheets a little bit more than the goal school, but that's just because I don't really pay attention to like what's going on in the video, but it's fine. Hello Fresh Start 2022. I love this little like berries illustration. I think it's really pretty and really like a little less intense than some of the flowers in the past. Here is their 10 years situation here in the front, and then the sticker sheet that comes with it. Now I don't have my old sticker sheet because I've used most of them, but these stickers are new to me. These ones here. Are these colors a little different? I feel like these colors are a little different. A little paler. Am I right about that? These colors are definitely different. This light green is a little lighter than this bright green here. We have the peach, we have a yellow, and we have like an orange, when before like the regular red seems to be gone. The light red and the pink are still there, but the regular red seems to be gone, and there seems to be a more orangey color. I wish they had included a purple. There's no purple. So they did change the colors a little bit, changed them up a little bit. This green is a little, like the greens are just slightly different. I'm just sad there's no purple. I do like the addition of the orange though. I think it looks prettier with the overall color scheme than that regular red. And then here's the front thing that says Cultivate 2022, cultivate your goal ideas. So I guess here's where we're gonna start to kind of just look at them in comparison to the current one. Mine of course are used, very similar. Let's go to the next set. This looks very much the same. And I remember this was changed from the year previous to 2021. And I liked the changes here. I felt like this was a little bit more practical. These pages seem to be about the same. What makes you come alive? What fires you up? And then the cultivated life evaluation is one of the things that I have heard has gotten a change this year. So let's take a look. For one, they added those little some little icons that weren't there before. I think this orangey color was not in the Powersheets stickers before, and now it is. You line this up with the stickers in case you want to line your goals up with the different categories. The categories are slightly different this year. Health is now health and wellness. Spouse and focal relationship is now just focal relationship. And then work has now become work plus learning. Good things, people I'm grateful for, challenges, and what I learned is the same as last year. And then this section on self-limiting talk and who I really am, all again, same, different layout, but I mean different, as in the whole thing, it's like slightly different colors, slightly different design choices, basically the same stuff. So this is basically, again, the same stuff. I keep saying that, but the big picture and the things that apply to you about being busy. The difference is that in the 2021 Powersheets, it says feel like life is flying by, and this one is these days are your legacy. And I wonder if they're focusing a little bit more on legacy because this is the 10-year anniversary edition. And then big picture vision. This is new. This is not in the old book. So this gives you more, it looks like they're starting to tie in the cultivated life evaluation more into it. So it gives you a big picture vision for each area of your life, so the same areas, and then for the same areas here, how can you live out those things? It's really getting you to focus in on all 8 of those areas. And then we get to the My Cultivated Year, what I'm saying yes to, what I'm saying no to, which for the original Powersheets, the My Cultivated Year, you had a brainstorming page and then you had the yes and the no list. And it looks like here they're just doing the yes and the no list because you're brainstorming on the previous page, but it's a little bit more targeted with those categories. Imagine it your intentional year. This is imagine it your best year. A bit of a change. My legacy starts today. Here it's when I'm 80, I want to. And here it's in the big picture, what will matter is. Here it says, I will be known for. Here is these traits will shine in me. I'll start living my life vision versus I'll start living my big picture vision. Completely takes out the definition of success. And changing, I will surround myself with less to I will let go of. So there are some tweaks here. It looks like it's just some verbiage tweaks, a little bit changed to kind of match up because a lot of this is stuff you fill out from the previous pages. So it makes sense if they're changing it to line up with those pages. And then we have a whole new goal setting page, and it says types of goals. So that's what these stickers that were in the front for. They actually mean different things. The ones that were in this front page of stickers right here, those are the 3 different types of goals they're talking about here. This page was about choosing yearly goals, breaking them down, and pacing them yourself. This is a little bit more built around your areas of life. So we have habits, finish lines, which are goals that move you from where you are now to where you want to be, and then big dreams, big, bold, and life-changing, taking extra effort or a leap of faith. Most of us will set no more than 1 to 2 each year. The finish lines are supposed to be completed in the space of a year and are specific and measurable. And then habits are the mini goals that add up over time. So you use the grid below to brainstorm and check off what type of goal, if any, might be needed in each area of your life. So you have all 8 of those areas and you're supposed to decide, are you going to want to set habit goals, finish line goals, or big dream goals for these? I do like how this is a little bit different. It does remind me a little bit of the Moxie Life system, which I will be looking at when that comes out, which is something I'm considering switching to. But having these things change up is actually making me wonder. Now that we've kind of gone over that, the rough draft of yearly goals, here are some tips that they have for that. This section here is, for here it says all about like simplifying, is this how you decide if the goals are going to work for you right now. And this section says here that you know where your focus needs to be. And it gives you some examples of like habit goals, finish lines, and big dream goals for a couple of different categories. I do love the colors here. It just feels like they're a little bit stepped back. I have no idea if this is the same colors in the new one. The tabs in this are neutral, and I'm pretty sure the tabs in the other ones are colorful. And by neutral, I just mean like this neutrally like kind of earth tony linen color, not neutral as in like black and white. And then we have the yearly goals section with room for the flags and to write your goals down. On this one, you get the yearly goals and the vision board on the same spread. On the new one, you get the vision board on the next spread. And here's where you do your word of the year. The word of the year, I believe, is the next page. Yeah. So it's just sort of a different order of things, but there's the word of the year stuff, the vision board stuff. So then here's the time to bloom where you're planted area in the old planner, and it just goes straight into the action plans. It looks like it gives you a little bit more help when it comes to the goals. So here are some prompts to help you think about progress, and then some ideas on turning challenges into opportunities, and it's specifically talking about things like perfectionism, isolation, stuff like that. And then here is the start of the new action plan sheets. So we're going to compare these as well. So we'll look at the page 1. They did not number any of the goals this year. Instead, what they did was they said goal, action plan, and then the area. You're supposed to check off the area that it's a part of, health and wellness, friends, all the different areas from the cultivated life. And is it a habit goal, a finish line goal, or a big dream goal? You write the goal out and why you want to do it. The yearly goal and the why are right here. And then the resources needed is basically the same: time, money, physical space, blah, blah, blah. And does this align with your big picture, your yes, no list, and your word of the year? Which ones does it align with? Then we have what success looks like at the end of the year, what happens if you don't start or make progress on it, the people who will be positively affected, and how I will have fun with this goal on the way. So all of this, like, bottom section is exactly the same. It's the top section that's a little bit different. There's no progress bar, and it's basically changing the focus from a yearly goal with yearly progress, which I never went back and filled out this year, to which area and which type of goal. And then here is a breaking your goals down page. It's just a big brainstorm page. They suggest you can use a wild card here if you want to. And then over here, I wonder if they're taking the mini goals out for the quarterly. That's something I actually really liked in this year's Power Sheets. It gives you like a brainstorming page and the mini goal stuff, but here it's just a big brainstorming page, and you have room, as usual, for 8 goals. Of course, you don't have to use them all. Then you have your yearly overview, which has last year was broken into quarters. This year it's broken into seasons. But other than that, it's basically the similar, like just 1 year to kind of map out how your goals are going to go. And then they give you some wildcard pages, which they have in the old one as well. I will tell you, the wildcards for me, I bought them, I've printed them, I just never wind up using them. So now we're going to get into the months. And the dividers look like they're also the linen color. I'm assuming that it's different in the more colorful planners. I keep saying that, but that's just the way it goes. Prepare well, important to-dos I'm excited for on my mind, and I'm hopeful that this is very similar to the prepare well. It's almost exactly the same. As a matter of fact, I think it is exactly the same. And then the calendar, which I still have not figured out a use for, also exactly the same. And then much like in the original Power Sheets, this gives you some information on how to use this monthly as you go into it. But this one gives you a nice little breakdown of all of some different places that you can have a fresh start, from friendships to mindset, relationships, routines, blah, blah, blah. And then here is some helpful info about using the tending list. Then we're into brainstorm your month to figure out how, this is probably one of my favorite spreads, because basically this is where I put everything and figure it out so that I can make the tending list pretty. Here, it gives you the same 3 categories: monthly ideas, weekly ideas, and daily ideas. And then at the bottom here, this is new. You want to note which areas this month's goals cover. You don't need to touch on all 8 this month, and you just check off each of the 8 situations that the different cultivated life things that are represented. And then here's to make a plan. So that adds just a little bit of extra stuff down here at the bottom. And then the tending list is basically exactly the same. The only difference is that in the previous year, the weeks were noted by the slightly darker line at the end of each week, whereas here, the weeks are broken into their own little sections. Here, the weeks are broken into their own little sections, so I'll kind of see if I can show you them both, sort of see the difference there. I don't think it's a huge difference, but it's kind of a cool one. But everything else on the tending list looks exactly the same. The tending list is still perforated. And then the back has the month in review, and there is I don't know if you can see it, but there's a very light, like pale beige box in the back, as opposed to here where the boxes are colorful. And I'm assuming again that this is sort of done with the neutral style. Now, looking at the month in review, this is changed from people that you're grateful for to what or who I'm most grateful for. Something I like, because it's not always people I'm grateful for. Is the same, except for I'm choosing grace over guilt about is now what's not working right now. Kind of removes a little of the religious language from it. So I appreciate that. We go through February and March. Now we're here to the first refresh. It's the quarterly refresh in last year's. This year's, I think it's the seasonal refresh. Let's see here. God, I love these flowers. This color scheme is much more my style. So here's your cultivated life evaluation check-in, which is the same as, except, you know, the categories are slightly different because they're slightly different in this particular situation. One thing I like here that is not in the previous one is that it gives you a spot for your previous score. Now, what I would do personally is do the evaluation and then go back and pull the score, because if I pulled the score beforehand, I'll be looking at that and that will influence what my score is going to be. I would rather just score it on top of my head and then see how it compares to the last time. You try this at home section for the first refresh. It looks almost exactly the same, different design, but the same content. This is basically the same, except they've added the goal that you've made the most progress on, as well as the one that you feel stuck on. Ooh, they gave you a whole bunch of ideas on how to use your monthly planner if you have a planner you already love. I appreciate that. What do they say? A mini journal, gratitude journal, write the word of the day from some religious thing they do, record a high and low, document the sweet and silly things your kids say or do, track your workouts and rest days, track your small wins, and then they have other ideas at their website. Here is your refreshed goals page, same thing as here, and it gives you a spot for a word of the quarter. That's new. In the current Powersheets, they had the quarterly mini goals, right? You have your yearly goal and you come up with your mini goal for that quarter, and then you have room for 8 of those. Here, you have something different. You have a page. Basically, it's a little bit more flexible. You get to brainstorm your goals and the action ideas for the season ahead and then breaking them down here. They do suggest you check out the wildcards. I'm wondering if they've got these mini goal sheets in the wildcards for people who appreciate that. But I'll be honest, like having to print them out and put them back in, I was doing that in my old Powersheets before they brought those in, and that's kind of a bummer for me, but I understand they want to make it more flexible for different styles that people have. The quarterly refresh for July in the old Powersheets was all about having fun with your goals. And this one has some stuff, information for what's firing you up, but also some ideas to unplug. So that's different. And then we continue. It gives you some more information about social media being addictive, and then you continue through the same stuff as before. And then we go to October's refresh, is about trying some things for morning routines, and it gives you a space for people that you're grateful right now. The people that you're grateful for is the same as the last year Powersheets, but the one that they have for October in the 2021 Powersheets is ways to unhurry your life. And this is about ways to, I guess, make your mornings a little less painful. And then they have a Hamilton quote, and they're talking about legacy. And then we are at the end of the Powersheets. I haven't even done this yet because it's not the end of 2021 yet, obviously. But like the last year, the 2021 has a year in review, big just place to put a whole bunch of shit down, and then some things like favorite memories, things you read, favorite new habits, memorable adventures, blah, blah, blah. So a bunch of just like memories and top things from 2021. The new ones give you the same thing, the year in review, but they give you a whole year like every month. So it's a little bit more structured to write things down from that. Everything here is the same. All of the different prompts are the same. You know what really bums me out? I wish that there was a cultivated life review for the end of this so that you could compare it to the rest of them. But I know that there's one at the start of the new Powersheet. So I guess that's your comparison. I wish that's what they have, but this was, again, very similar. Just the colors are a little bit different because they have updated the colors. And that's the end of the Powersheets. You get to the end here, and you've got this little bit here for the new Powersheets. You got the inside, and then that's the back. I also should comment, I didn't before, that the pocket here is nice and sturdy, but if you yank on it too hard, I think it'll tear out. Very similar to the current pocket that I didn't use at all. All right, so that's the comparison of the new Powersheets to the previous Powersheets. I'm not going to pen test these. The paper state is the same. It feels like it's the same. It's nice and thick. You know, aside from the wire-o binding, it's very well put together as per usual. But the reason I'm not pen testing it is because I think that focusing on bleed through in a planner like this is kind of besides the point. Like, you're not supposed to be focusing on how beautiful it is as much as you're focusing on what it's doing for you, at least in my mind. So that's just what I'm talking about here. All right, now I'm going to show you the accessories I got. I ordered more than this. Not all of them, but I did order more than this, but some of them won't be showing up till the end of October. This is what I have now. The tending tapes, so the 2 washi tapes in the 2 colorways, the new sticker book, and the everyday notebook. Now, with the notebook, I believe, comes in 2 different covers, and I think I think it comes in 2 different covers. I don't remember. It's like you can... We'll just look at this first, I guess. Yeah, there's dot grid and there's lined versions and different covers. The cover, I really dislike this. It's very sturdy feeling, but it's got like kind of a velvety matte situation with like a lint. Oh my God, that's really activating like my weird feelings about the way things feel. Like I love the feel of this linen-y cover, but this really bothers me. It's not that it feels like shoddy. It feels really nice in terms of quality, but the touch of it, it's like those soft matte covers. I can't handle that. Not with my like sensory issues. And then it's just a dot grid notebook that has the little leafy thing on the bottom, and the dot grid is pretty big. It's a pretty epic size. The dot grid itself is 6 millimeters, like the squares are 6 by 6. It's 20 squares across by 30 squares down, not counting this little, like this is included in that thing. And then the size of the paper itself is like the notebook itself looks to be about 6 inches by 8.5 inches. A little wider. I think this might be too wide to fit in like an Erin Condren folio. But it's a nice little notebook. The paper feels like really nice and thick, the same as the Powersheets paper. So there is that. And I bet it fits. Let's see if it fits in the pocket. Yep, it fits nicely in the pocket. You can only fit one in the pocket, but it does fit nicely in the pocket if you have one that you're using for like goal setting or something you want to keep in there. The washi tapes. This is not the first Cultivate What Matters washi tape I have bought, and their washi tape has been just fine. Like, it's not the greatest quality washi tape in the world, but it's certainly very, like, nice. It's not, like, that beautiful Japanese, like, authentic washi tape feel, but it's not that janky, papery Erin Condren feel or that weird, like, super plasticky Scotch tape feel. Like, it just feels like washi tape. Here are the bright colors. I really like the flowery one. It's very similar to the one that they had last year. I really love this one and this one, these two the most. This one's okay. I like this one too. I probably wouldn't use these two as much. I just don't like the way the gold foil looks with those colors, but they're very pretty. Also note that the foil, there's none of that like weird backing that you sometimes get with foily washi tapes. And for the most part, it looks like the foil survives the washi tape process pretty well without getting too janky looking. But of course, I haven't gotten into the middle of the rolls, so who knows. It looks like these are the same patterns, just with different colors. And as you can probably expect, I prefer these versions a lot more. There's also one extra foiled roll in this set. This flower pattern here, probably out of all of them, this is probably the one I would use the least because it's just so gold foily. But these two with the really soft pattern, I absolutely love and will be using the shit out of. I also really like these two. So yeah, I would prefer, like if I was going to only get to pick one of these, I would definitely go with the neutrals, which should surprise nobody. And then finally we have the new sticker book. So I'm going to flip through this guy. And we'll kind of compare it to last year's as well. Although my last year's one is fairly tore up because I have been using it. I use these sticker books, so I have torn it up a little bit. So but hopefully we'll be able to see. As usual, it has the new like look on it. I really love this berries. Like it's similar to this last year's, but I just think this is a little bit more like painterly looking, and I just love that. All right, first page. Ooh, Mark What Matters. Oh, hi, Mark. I guess that was on this one too. I just never noticed. We have the flowers page. It looks like they're giving you a lot more smaller flowers. This year had huge flowers, and these look a lot smaller, so you both get more stickers as well as smaller stickers. I appreciate that because I find bigger ones a little hard to work with. This is very, very similar, just slightly different, like colors and such. So the washi tape page just looks like very similar. They just updated the patterns too and the colors. Oh, I love that leafy one. I like this strip better than the washi tape. I think the strip is prettier. The colors are better on the strip. So they don't have this alphabet page here in the front. And then we have the color coding page with the updated colors. Oh, good. They gave you two this time. That was one beef I had with this book, was that there was not enough of these flags. Although I could have just torn a page out and not realized it. I probably did, because this does say that you have more than enough flags for each quarter, even if you did it every quarter, and there isn't enough here. So I'm assuming that I did pull a page on. I just don't know what it is. Your color coding dots. Here you can really see a little bit of the difference of the colors. I'll give you that for a second there to kind of look. New one is on the left. This was the hearts page. They didn't give you the hearts. They gave you instead all of the colors with the categories for the cultivated life evaluation. So each of these has those icons in gold foil that were from the different categories for the cultivated year corresponding with their color. And then this is a new sheet as well. This is categorize your goals. You basically get a whole bunch of habit stickers, finish line stickers, and big dream stickers to categorize your goals. Here is the celebrate progress page. It's basically the exact same except the updated colors. So this keep track page looks like it has disappeared. It was replaced probably with one of those other pages. Here's the prioritize it page. You get two of them in this book. One of them with colorful I'm grateful for and like I love this stickers, and one of them with the priority stickers and the must do stickers. Here they just give you the gold foiled my priority, make it happen stars, and the little heart question mark boxes or heart boxes. Tend to it or grow it is gone. The cultivate contentment page is basically the same. Again, new colors. Oh, this is new. Highlight the good. This feels kind of out of place in this book. This feels very much like something you would see for like an Erin Condren sticker book. And then in the back, we have the get motivated page with the quotes. This highlight the good page is new with some arrows, some boxes, and some check boxes. And then there's the quotes in the back. So the pages that you don't have in this book, if you wanted them, are the letters and then some of the other like little tracker pages in here. But you do get more, I feel like, useful stickers. Feels like some of the random bullshit, it has been moved. And I could be wrong, but I feel like there might be less stickers in this book. Now, you know what? It's not that there's less pages. The sticker paper is thinner. These are, oh, that's so different. So these stickers actually feel more like stickers, kind of like vinyl-y stickers. They don't have that cardboardy kind of sticker feel that you get from the older stickers. So that's nice. That's actually a big upgrade, that the stickers no longer feel like stiff. And that is the new Powersheets and all of the accessories I have for right now. Everything goes on sale. Everything goes on sale on October 6th. I will have a link in the description down below to the website, which is an affiliate link. Like I said, I'm an affiliate. I'd love to hear any questions. If you guys want, I can do a live stream at some point and flip through. Just let me know. But I am very strongly considering swapping things out to potentially the Moxie Life this next year. It depends on what that turns out, but I do like a lot of the changes. There's some changes I really like in the new Powersheets, and there's some that I'm not as big of a fan of. I do need to explore the wild cards and figure out if they have some that are like the quarterly stuff and whatever, but it's interesting. I do like, and I will tell you, I absolutely love the aesthetic of this one. I didn't get the colorful one though to compare them because honestly, like, I didn't really feel like it. I'd love to hear questions, comments, thoughts on goal setting in general, goal planners, other planners you'd like me to take a look at, or whether or not you're interested in getting the Powersheets this next year in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time, friends, peace.